Hello students, in earlier lecture of BCom semester 2 subject business communication we have discussed about the verbal communication. In verbal communication we have seen the oral communication and written communication. Today we are discussing the non-verbal communication. Communication without use of words is considered as a non-verbal communication. In initial time we get certain number of informations regarding the non-verbal communication, that the communication without the words, signs, symbols, gestures or facial expressions, pictures, drawings, charts, maps, everything are the part of non-verbal communication. With the visualization method we can make non-verbal communication. Let us discuss the types of non-verbal communication. There are, as per the verbal communication, non-verbal communication also have certain number of types. From these types, the first type is body language, that is a human body language that is used by the human while communicating the non-verbal communication. Certain number of examples are at there. Much of we used to send our message the non-verbal communication. It means our physical movements of our body. We are using our heads, our head, our leg, and so on. When we have our arms, hands, fingers, everything are used to make certain number of communication. So in a class of 100 students, when teacher asks who knows the answer of question, at that time we are raising our hands. That is called the part of communication. We are using our eyes, gestures, posture, physical appearance, and so on. When one expresses his or her feelings, it is said that 55% of the communication consistent of body language, 38% is expressed through the voice, and 7% communicated with the words. So total 100% communication is done by the non-verbal communication. Body language is a communication, personal feelings, emotions, attitude through our body movements. With the help of our body movements we can show our emotions, we can express our feelings to the other person. Gestures means movement of our arms, legs, hands. So with the help of gestures we can make a communication meaningfully. For example, pounding first on table shows anger, while forefinger raised above the hands shows number 1. Moreover, speaking and the gestures appear to be linked. Another area of body language is physical appearance, like clothing, hair, abnormals, jewelry, cosmetics, etc. So with the help of this we can show our body language. The face and eyes are by far the most important feature of body language. With the help of our face we can give smile, we can show sorrowful atmosphere, we can feel when we are feeling the tired. With the help of our facial expression we can show other person that you are tired. With the help of eyes you can also make communication. So face and eye are also part of non-verbal communication and body language communication. For example, happiness, surprise, fear, anger and sadness usually we are showing by our facial expression, that I have told you earlier. Facial expression are Certain number of emotions are shown by the facial expression. For example, when you want to show your anger, your eyebrows are loud. It means your eyes are appear to stare in the hard fashion. Surprise, your eyebrows are raised, the eye are open wide and jaw drops open. Fear, your eyebrows are raised down together, eyes open and lower lid is tensed. Disgust, your upper lip is raised while lower lip may be raised or lowered. Nose wrinkled. Happiness, your lips are drawn back, then mouth may not be patterned. Sadness, the corners of the lip are drawn down or the lips appear trembled. Posture means the way in which we present our body while sitting and standing. Posture plays very confidential role. Anxiety, fear, aggressiveness, host or other. So with the help of posture we can also make facial communication or non-verbal communication. Here a person image is a thinking image. That person is thinking about certain number of things. Second point is at there, that is space. Another type of non-verbal communication is space. How communicate meaning is speaking and listening. How we use space and what we do in certain space we create tell much about us. Thus each of us has a space language, just as we do have body language. This space language is influenced by our culture according to express four ways: intimate, personal, social and public. In each of these space our communication behavior differ and convey different meaning. Intimate space range from physical contact to 18 inches. Personal space ranges from 18 inches to 4 inches. Social space ranges from 4 to 12 feet and public space ranges 12 feet to the range of seeing and hearing. Here each and everything is shown in chart also. Intimate zone. With the help of intimate zone you can use space and you can use your facial expression, and with which you can intimate to the another person what you can and what you want to say. Personal zone, up to the 18th, from the 18th to 4 feet you can see the person, another person with whom you want to communicate easily. So up to the 4 feet you can use the personal space. From the 4 to 12 feet spatial social space, and then up to the 25 feet public space. So these are the examples of space. Time, just as the body and the space language, there is also a time language. That is how we give a meaning to time communicates other. To illustrate, think about how you manage your daily schedule. Do you arrive early for most appointments? Do you prepare agendas for meeting? How you respond time to communicate other? With the help of time you will have a specific type of communication. For example, for a college, for a class, a specific time for a specific lecture. In a hospital we will have a specific time in the round of doctors. Paralanguage. Paralanguage means like a language. The study of paralanguage focus on how you say what you say. It is the fourth type of non-verbal communication. It is the closest to the communication with the words, symbols It has to do with the sound of speaker's voice, those hints, signals, and the way of words is delivered. To illustrate, read the following series statement emphasizing under have you seen my book? Have you seen my new book? Question mark. Have you seen my new book? 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 So, bold letters is we are putting certain more pressure on the bold letter. Have you seen my new book? 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 So this is the para language, that on a special words or on a special character we are using some special words. Sometimes silence is also one way of non-verbal communication. In certain number of situation and certain number of time you are helpless and you are not able to even speak a word, and without speaking a word you are making communication. If a questioner asks you that who knows the answer, and if you are not giving any answer, then the questioner ultimately understand with your silence that you don't know the answer of your question. So the silence is also one part, and silence is also term with which we can make communication. Other type of non-verbal communication are also at there. For example, color, charts, uh, directions, so many things are at there with which we can make communication. For example, black color is for sorrow, white color is for peace. There are so many things with which we can make communication. So the here comes the end of your unit number first, part number 1, that what is the forms of communication, what are its advantages and its limitations. In the next lecture we will discuss about the unit number 1, part B, the barriers of communication. Barriers means the problems that we are facing in making communication. We will discuss in the next lecture.